You are continuously keeping your life the same back. We can mold and shape our brain by paying attention. If we can hold on to an idea, we begin to wire and shape our brain. We're addicted to our beliefs. We're addicted to the emotions of our past. We see our beliefs as truths and not as ideas that we can change. Spend time contemplating who you want to be. The mere process of contemplating who you want to be begins to change your brain. When you are observing the old self, you are no longer the program. Now you are the consciousness observing the program, and that's when you begin to objectify your subjective self. It's so important for people to remember that we're the creator of our lives instead of the victim of it. You can't think greater than you feel. Our feelings have become the means of thinking. By the very definition of emotions, you're thinking in the past, and for the most part you're going to keep creating the same life. When you use feelings as a barometer for change, you'll always talk yourself out of possibility. Our life begins to change when we change our energy, and we begin to take our power back. The old model of cause and effect is to wait for something to happen outside of us to change how we feel inside of us. If you could just trade fear and frustration and resentment and suffering for an elevated emotion, and truly open your heart and practice doing that, it will heal. That which we are seeking is seeking us. If you practice, against all odds, opening your heart, when no one else will, that's supernatural. As long as you are thinking equal to your environment, your personal reality is creating your personality, and there is a dance between your inner world and the experience in the outer world, and that tango is called karma. There's no such thing as a bad meditation. There's only overcoming yourself a little bit more. When I wake up in the morning, I ask myself the same exact question every day. What is the greatest ideal of myself that I can be today? I do not get up from my meditation until I feel like that person. What's important is that you latch onto a vision and you learn how to create it. Right on the other side of your fear is courage. Right on the other side of your pain is freedom. It's the same energy. We don't perceive things the way they are. We perceive things the way we are. Knowledge is power. But knowledge about yourself is self-empowerment. How you think and how you feel creates a state of being. The quantum field responds to who you're being. You can change your brain just by thinking differently. If you can't control your mind, everything and everyone else will. Gratitude becomes the emotional signature that it's already happened. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receiving. Only when you're truly conscious and truly aware are you beginning to affect the nature of reality. Biologically, remembering, visioning your future is the same as remembering your past. You can't create a new future if your biology is stuck in the past. If you want a new outcome, you will have to break the habit of being yourself and reinvent a new self. Meditation opens the door between the conscious and subconscious minds. We meditate to enter the operating system of the subconscious, where all of those unwanted habits and behaviors reside, and change them to more productive modes to support us in our lives. This is a time in history to not die for the truth. This is a time in history to live for the truth. Give yourself time to meditate, to disconnect, because when you invest in yourself, you invest in your future. And when you believe in yourself, you believe in possibilities. And when you believe in possibilities, you believe in yourself. Are you going to be defined by a vision of the future, or are you going to live by the memories of the past? Keep your mind clear. Master the next moment. Master the next moment, and ultimately you'll master yourself. How you think and how you feel creates your state of being. Process of change requires you becoming conscious of your unconscious self. If you become aware of your automatic habits and you are conscious of your unconscious behaviors so you cannot go unconscious again, then you are changing. Remind yourself every single day of who you want to be, and you will cause your brain to fire in new sequences, in new patterns, in new combinations. And whenever you make your brain work differently, you are changing your mind. Does your thinking create your environment, or does your environment create your reality? To change is to be greater than your environment. Life is about the management of energy. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. Your personality creates your personal reality. Your personality is made up of how you act, how you think, and how you feel. Do I react in my life? Yeah, I do. But the question is, how long are you gonna react? Because if you keep that reaction going for an extended period of time, sooner or later it will become your identity. We are not doomed by our genes. We're not hardwired to be a certain way for the rest of our lives. We are marvels of adaptability and change. Your thoughts have consequences so great that they create your reality. The privilege of being a human being is that we can make a thought seem more real than anything else. If your personal reality is creating your personality, you are a victim. But if your personality is creating your personal reality, then you are a creator. The hormones of stress, in the long term, push the genetic buttons that create disease. The best way to predict your future is to create it not from the known, but from the unknown. When you get uncomfortable in the place of the unknown, that's where the magic happens. Nobody changes until they change their energy. If you change your energy, you change your life. Conscious thoughts, repeated often enough, become unconscious thinking. The quantum model, which states that all possibilities exist in this present moment, is your key to using the placebo effect for healing, because it gives you permission to choose a new future for yourself and actually observe it into reality. Hold a clear intention of what you want, but leave the how details to the unpredictable quantum field. Let it orchestrate an event in your life in a way that is just right for you. If you're going to expect anything, expect the unexpected. Surrender, trust, and let go of how a desired event will unfold. Isn't it ironic, then, that we keep all of our attention on the 0.00001% of reality that is physical? Are we missing something? I think that we're greater than we think, more powerful than we know, more unlimited than we could ever dream. We can't create a new future while we're living in our past. It's simply impossible. When you believe in yourself, you believe in possibility. You can't have one without the other. Like everything else in the universe, we are, in a sense, connected to a sea of information in a dimension beyond physical space and time. The combination of your thoughts and feelings is your state of being. Change your state of being, and change your reality. To be happy with yourself in the present moment while maintaining a dream of your future is a grand recipe for manifestation. My definition of creation is when I forget about myself, because that's when you're free. You have to feel so much gratitude that your body begins to change ahead of the actual event, and accept that the new ideal already is you. Most people's biology is, for the most part, their past. So, if you're not being defined by a vision of the future, some new possibility in your life, you're only left with the old circuitry in your brain and the emotions of the past. If where you place your attention is where you place your energy. If all of your attention is in the present moment, you've got a lot of energy to create with. When you marry a clear intention, intention being a thoughtful process, with an elevated emotion, which is a heartfelt process, you move into a new state of being. Since your brain is equal to your environment, then each morning, your senses plug you into the same reality and initiate the same stream of consciousness. When you meditate and connect to something greater, you can create and then memorize such coherence between your thoughts and feelings that nothing in your outer reality, nothing, no person, no condition at any place or time, could move you from that level of energy. When you feel so whole that you no longer care whether it will happen, that's when amazing things materialize before your eyes.